So today's learning target is I can create equations to represent situations and solve systems of equations. Okay, so as you can see in question 1 here, we have a system of equations, two different equations. On the set of axes below, we're going to graph these two. Okay, now I'm going to talk about this one a little bit reverse. If you want to pause the video now and try it yourself first, I would highly recommend that. But the way I'm going to explain it is to kind of work backwards and just show you how you can get points on this question, even if you don't do everything perfectly. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is maybe you are like not confident in your graphing skills. All right, don't leave it blank. If you keep reading here, it says based on your graph, for how many values of x does f of x equal g of x? Explain your reasoning. So we just want to find out how many times are they touching each other? Where are they equal? All right, so anytime you see f of x, g of x, any functions, remember your calculator is a tool and you're going to go to your y equals. All right, so I'm going to type in x squared minus 1, enter. I'm going to go to y2 and type in 3 and raise it to the x power. Okay, and now I'm going to press graph. So I'm looking at this graph and I'm noticing that they only touch one time right here. Okay, so if you were able to put that into your calculator and you just wrote 1, that is worth 1 point because you were able to identify that they touched once. Okay, if you explain it and you say that the graphs touch once, that's 2 points. You want to use the math vocabulary, you would say the graphs intersect once. Okay, and there you go. You already got 2 points. Okay, now those of you who say, I know how to graph, let's go ahead and give this a try. Okay, so if you take a look here, you're going to go to second graph because we already have both of them in. And now I'm going to, use the table here for both of them. I hope that's okay with you guys. I'm going to just bring it over to save me a little bit of time. Feel free to go ahead and put in just one at a time if that's easier. But I'm going to start with the f of x, which is the y1. Okay? We can only plot points that are going to actually fit on this grid. So 24 is too high, 15. So I'm going to start with negative 3, 8. Remember that means we go left 3, up 8. Right about there. Oops. Sometimes this doesn't make the best points, but you always want to make them the points right on where the grid marks cross each other. Negative 1, 0 would be here. Oops, I skipped negative 2. Negative 2, 1, 2, 3. 0, negative 1. Again, this computer screen is giving me a little trouble. 1, 0. And 2, 1, 2, 3. And then 3, 8. Okay. Now it is a quadratic function, so we should notice that nice U shape. You do want to connect it. And you do have to put arrows or continue the lines all the way to the edge of the grid to show that you know that it really keeps going. They did not give us a specific domain to stick to. Okay, and then I'm going to graph this next one. Now, these decimals here are all so little, so I'm going to skip those. That's okay to do. Okay, you can be smart about your graphing, so I'm going to start with negative 2, and see you kind of have to skip over the blue and go here. So negative 2.1, I'm just going to get it as close as I can. Then I have negative 1.33333. That's just a little bit above, but it technically should still be less than half. 0, 1. 0, 1, 1, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, and then 2, 9. All right, looks like that's the last one that's going to fit. 27 is too high. All right, so again, connect them. We have to draw the arrow. And again, we skipped some of these little decimals here, but this graph really keeps going this way as well. So we'd want to put an arrow over there as well. All right. I wanted to point out as well, even if you only graphed, let's say this graph was, I forgot to show g of x goes here, but let's say that g of x graph was a little tricky for you. If you only graphed the first one, that's worth another point. So even if you just graphed that, you get 1 point. My point here is just to really read through the questions and look for things that you know how to do, because you are able to get partial credit.